Iran just exposed Israel and the CIA for causing riots in their country. I know people aren't going to like this one, but I brought a lot of receipts with me. So how this all started is France, Germany, and the United Nations summoned Iran and the ambassadors from there to address the situation, address the protests, address the riots and what's going on. Well, instead of getting upset at Iran, they actually turned the table and they showed them evidence, hardcore evidence of Israeli IDF soldiers, Mossad agents inside Iran causing riots, causing protests. These people have Israeli weapons in the streets shooting at protesters. Now, this is quite funny because Trump's all over the news talking about how he wants to protect the Iranian people, the people of Iran, we're going to save them, acting like he cares, but he's the one that kicked them off the SWIFT payment system, which is how countries do trade with one another. And he's the one imposing very strict sanctions, which crippled their economy. He's partially responsible for these protests in the first place. So the United Nations criticize Israel and Netanyahu for this, and what does Israel do? They pull from the UN. And nobody's talking about this. The USA pulled multiple agencies out of United Nations and Foreign Affairs. So we're isolating ourselves with Israel right now. Now, it gets worse than that. In Iran, there is not just protests going on. There's actually a pro-Iran rally. Yes, the people there are rallying together in their pro-government. They understand that the issues they're facing is due to these sanctions. They understand that Israel and the CIA are causing these problems. Yes, the government in Iran has plenty of issues. They're not perfect. They are very far from perfect. I'm not defending that. But what I am saying is their pain and misery is because we are stepping on their throat. If we let these people just live and do trade how they're supposed to, if we had an even playing field, this country would be blossoming. We have no idea the potential that these people could reach if we stop stepping on their neck. We need to quit getting involved in all these issues. We need to worry about ourselves first and worry about the fact that our president is on the Epstein list. We went to Venezuela so we can set up an oil supply so we can back Israel in war with Iran. That's what all this is about. And if you think it's anything different, you need to do a bit more research.
As they see more and more every day, you know, they're being cried out against, they're being exposed. I was thinking like, man, it makes sense why they have this this thing called the Samson option. Let's get that real quick. So this is called the Samson option. Check this out.
Most dangerous nuclear program. Nuclear weapons are in the hands of terrorist madmen, and those are the terrorist madmen of the government of Tel Aviv. I mean, they're a very small country. They have no business running around with nuclear weapons any more than other countries that size do. But for some reason, they've been given a free pass. What is that reason? Some would say that they're a poor, persecuted minority that needs these weapons to defend themselves. That's the official line. But the reality is that this allegedly poor, persecuted minority runs the world. They are the people who control the biggest banks and corporations around the world, and they've turned Israel into an organized crime base for the board of the people that run the world. And therefore, they've got the right for nuclear weapons, and they can control all these international institutions and jam their nuclear weapons down the throat of the entire global community. It's an outrage.
While the mainstream media and all other associated minions continue to choreograph necessary illusions so that we, the people, will remain continuously ignorant, divided, and ultimately manipulated, this same network of deception withholds from us a very realistic scenario involving all-out nuclear war.
Well, the bottom line of the Israeli nuclear program is the so-called Samson option. This is a form of extreme nuclear blackmail. If the world doesn't go along with Israel, especially in a situation where Israel felt that its existence as an apartheid Jewish state and crime base for the world's biggest banksters is ever threatened, then it will blow up the capitals of Europe, and implicitly they're also threatening the United States. And the minute that they feel that they might actually have to end apartheid and become one country for all of their citizens of all religions and ethnicities on an equal basis, at that moment they're threatening to blow up the world. This is the world's most...
So you heard it, see? And that's why I said it makes sense, because we live in a time where everybody's coming against these people. So they know eventually that day was going to come, and that's why they had prepared this Samson option. You see? Some cowardly shit, right? Job. But it makes sense because that's who Esau is. This is Job 18 and 15, right? That's how you know, like, what I'm saying is that time is close, all right? Because you're finding out that these people are connected to all types of wickedness, man. Okay? The trafficking, the exposure, man. You already know, man. All right, we don't got to go into the details. You've seen the videos. All right, they have ties to all types of evil shit, man. All right, so eventually that time was gonna come. This is Job 18:15. Job 18:15, it says, it should dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. Right, nuclear destruction. Okay. His roots shall be dried up beneath, above his branch shall be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world, right? So they know that eventually that time is going to come. This is why they have the Samson option, man, as you just heard in the video. You see? Job 20 and 27. All right? So it all makes sense. Job 20 and 27, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. That's what's going on with Esau, Edom right now. All right? Especially dealing with these Amalekites, man. Small hatters. The increase of his house shall depart, his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Right. Destruction, man. This is the portion of a wicked man. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and his heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. So this is his cup that he's about to drink. Destruction. All right? So that's why I was just thinking out loud, man. It all makes sense. As we get closer and closer to the end of this thing, all right, he's constantly being exposed and found out. All right? He's being called out by the world, you know? So eventually, they're going to use this thing, man. You know? Through the spirit. But we're in that time, man. Shalom.